let us derive the formula for a plus b plus c whole square. The formula actually is given here. Have a good look at this formula, right? This is what we are going to derive. To begin with, we know what is x plus y whole square equals to, right? So x square plus 2xy plus y square. So that is a perfect square for any trinomial. That formula is known to all of you, right? So we'll assume that. So we'll start from here. We know that x plus y whole square is equal to x square plus 2xy plus y square. But now we have a plus b plus c. There are three terms. What can we do? Well, we can combine two terms. Let us say we have b plus c as p, right? So let's say b plus c is some other number, p. In that case, we could always write a plus b plus c whole square as equal to a plus p, right? Whole square. Now this becomes like a binomial expansion. We know how to expand it, so let us expand it. So what we get here is a square plus 2 times a times p plus p square. Now we can substitute back the value of p, which is b plus c. So we get a square plus 2a times b plus c plus b plus c whole square. We know what this binomial expansion is, and we know all that, which is 2 times a times b, right? We'll expand using distributive property. So we get here a square plus 2ab plus 2ac, and that gives you b square plus 2bc plus c square. Perfect. Now we can combine the terms which look kind of similar, a square plus b square plus c square, and here we have 2 times ab plus 2 times ac plus 2 times bc. So we could write this as a square plus b square plus c square plus, we can take 2 common, right, and we get ab plus bc, we're just rearranging them, plus ca. Does make sense. So that is the formula with which we'll now work and solve rest of the questions. Now before we move forward, we need to understand the scenarios as if what is going to be the formula for a plus b minus c whole square, right? So if I do minus c, in this formula, c will be replaced by minus, and you can use it, right? So you could write this as a square plus b square. Now, minus c square is positive, so this will remain positive. However, the terms where you have 1c will become negative, right? So you'll get 2 times ab minus bc minus ca. Does it make sense to you? Right? Similarly, if I would have had minus b here, that is to say, if I had a minus b plus c, in that case what? In that case, these three terms will definitely remain positive, and the terms where we have b will become negative, right? So that way you could actually get formulas for different conditions, whether a is positive, negative, c is positive, negative, or whatever. Correct? So I hope you understand now how to work with this formula. Correct? As an exercise, let me give you a question here just to practice. I would like you to expand what is 2a minus 3b plus 4c whole square equals 2, correct? So you could actually expand this and see what you get as a result using the formula. Now let's answer the other questions. Question number 2 is, if a plus b plus c is 8, a square plus b square plus c square is 18, then find the value of ab plus bc plus ca. Well, it is direct application of the formula which we just derived, right? We know what is this. A plus b plus c whole square is sum of their squares plus 2 times product of any two of them in a sequence, right? So a, b, b, c, and c, a. All this, correct? Now, if you look at it, what are we given? We are given what is a plus b plus c is. It is 8, so I'm substituting 8 here, equals to, this term here is 18, correct? And this is 2 times what we need to know. Clear? So in this case, we just need to rearrange and get our answer. You get the idea. So 8 square is 64. So 6 equals to 18 plus 2 times whatever we need, which is AB plus BC plus CA, right? So we can rearrange. So we get 64 minus 18 equals to 2 times AB plus BC plus CA. And this is equal to, taking away from 14, you get 6. And then taking away from this, you get that, right? So 2 times this, right? So I'm just taking all these steps, not really required at this stage. We can divide by 2 and get what is AB plus BC plus CA, and this is definitely equal to 23, right? So 23 is what the sum of these three is. Is that clear? So that is how, using the formula, we can actually find it. Now this is actually, once you practice pretty fast, at this stage you could immediately do your math on the side, right? So you could do this 64 minus 18 divided by 2, which will give you this answer, correct? So that should not take much time if you know the formula, correct? Now let's see question number 3. The question here is, if a plus b plus c is 2, 1 over a plus 1 over b plus 1 over c is 0, then find the value of a square plus b square plus c square. Let us say this value is x for us, right? We need to find what x is. We should begin with the formula itself, right? We could say a plus b plus c is equal to 2. So if I square both sides, right, so I get 2 square, which is 4, right? So when you expand this, you get a square plus b square plus c square plus 2 times you get ab plus bc plus ca, right, is equal to 2 square, which is 4, right? Now we know what a square, b square, c square is. We want to know that. That is x for us. But we don't know what is ab plus bc plus ca is. How do we get that? Well, for this, we need to use what is given to us, this part of the equation. Now let's see how that helps us to figure out. So we'll do it on the right side of this particular page. Now here, we are given that 1 over a plus 1 over b plus 1 over c is equal to 0. So if I take a LCM here, it will be a, b, c in the denominator. Here we get bc, right? Plus here we get ac. Plus we get AB here, and that should be equal to 0. Now that really implies that the numerator should be 0, which is combination of AB plus BC plus CA, right? So that should be equal to 0. So that is what we learned from here. So this really means that we could make a connection from these 2 points, correct? So that means all this is 0 for us, correct? So that really means everything else is 0. So what is left is what we want, which is a square plus b square plus c square is equal to just 4. So we get our answer as x equals to 4. Does make sense to you, right? So it is that simple now. So once you understand how to use this formula in different ways, you can actually solve many multiple choice questions within no time. Perfect. So if you are given reciprocals as 0, it really means that this combination is 0, right? Using that, we can easily find the solution. Now, the last question here is slightly difficult. So let's now go to the last question, question number 4. Question number 4 is, if a plus b plus c is 3, a square plus b square plus c square is 4, and we are also given 1 over a plus 1 over b plus 1 over c is 2, find ABC. Well, how do we get ABC? Well, if I begin from the last part, which is this particular question, you did notice that the denominator here is ABC. So that is how we could link these two terms, right? Okay, so to solve this, we'll again begin with what is a plus b plus c equals to. It is given to us as 3. So we're going to square it both sides, right? So we're going to square it. And now we know that this expansion here is a square plus b square plus c square plus twice ab plus bc plus ca, right? And that is equal to this time 9. We are also given what is a square plus b square plus c square, right? So this value is just 4. So we'll substitute 4 here. So we get 4 plus 2 times ab plus bc plus ca equals to 9. Let's rearrange and find the value of ab plus bc plus ca. So that gives you ab plus bc plus ca equals to 9 minus 4, and then divide by 2. So that gives you a value which is equal to 9 divided by 4 divided by 2 is 5 over 2. So we get this value. Now we can work with what is given to us as reciprocal. 1 over a plus 1 over b plus 1 over c is equal to 2. Taking common denominator, we know ABC is, let me write them in the order you get, BC plus AC plus AB equals to 2. Now from here we can find what ABC is. So ABC is actually this particular sum which can be written as AB plus BC plus CA divided by 2, right? So cross multiply. And we know this number here is 5 over 2, right? 5 over 2 divided by 2 is 5 over 4. Does it make sense? So we get our answer, and that is ABC is equal to 5 over 4, correct? So that is how you could actually solve it. So now I hope you understand how to apply this particular formula in many different cases and solve the questions. Feel free to write your comment, share your views, and if you like and subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. Thanks for watching and all the best.